Greetings, fellow citizens of the Interbubs, and welcome back to another episode of Misadventures. With me, Rendog. The clouds are in the sky, there's the smell of pollen in the air, and apparently Molly is so upset with me that she has put a bounty on my head. That's right, everybody, I've not been on the server for a couple of weeks due to IRL traveling and things of such natures, and I return only to discover that Molly is out for revenge because, well, apparently I killed her for science. I was, testing stuff. I mean, look, I'm willing to accept full responsibility for the murdification of Molly, but to be fair, science needed to be done. We needed to figure out whether NPCs could in fact be murderlated on the server. Turns out they can. And that has resulted in, well, in a bounty for my head. Molly, could you ever forgive me? After what has happened, it's hard to forget. Time will tell if forgiveness comes. I mean, that's what Molly says, but in the meantime, what Molly does is put a bounty on my head. Everybody, this is dangerous times for me on the Misadventures server. Currently alone right now, but I'm very much aware that my fellow server members would like to get my head because they will get a nice reward from Molly for it. So, I think in today's episode, we have to take evasive action. I'd like to make preparations today for being potentially hunted down by the entire server for my cranium. And over the last couple of hours, I have been collecting a bunch of resources from the resource world. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to create for ourselves a little fortress somewhere in the wilderness where we can spend the next couple of weeks hunkering down and, I mean, we won't call it hiding. Just being cautious. We'll call it being cautious. And, well, I have a really cool idea for a build that I'd like to create. But in order to do that, friends, we are going to need a couple of shulker boxes so that I can transport all of the materials that I need to build the tower. And I thought that might be a great way to kick off today's episode. We're going to head over to the Crypt Dungeon, which is a dungeon that you have not yet seen on my channel, and it is all the way in this direction. We're currently heading west from Dingland, and speaking of Dingland, by the way, Brother Dong has been hard at work creating a magnificent ding tower, which actually tolls every morning and every evening, I believe, at dawn and dusk. It's quite magnificent. Hopefully we can catch one of those dongs at some point in today's episode. But yes, over to the Crypt Dungeon we're going to go, and I would like to not only get myself a few more levels, but I'd like to get some more XP so that I can enchant some diamond armor to make us a little bit more resilient to the incoming attacks from my server members. And I also like to collect a bunch of bones, because I'm going to need some bone blocks for the build palette of the tower that I am working on. So that's the plan, everybody, as I enter Orchidia over here. This is another one of the capital cities on the server, which I don't think I've shown you guys yet. Very cool little town over here. I'm pretty sure at this stage all of the houses have been bought in Orchidia, although if there are some available, I will very much like to purchase one for myself at some point. But yes, this is another NPC town, which is very cool, very pretty. Although, as much as I'd love to spend a little bit more quality time in Orchidia, everybody, before anyone else logs in, I want to get working on the Hound's Retreat Tower. Behold, fellow travelers, the Emperor's Rest, a place to rest your weary head. Well, indeed, we have come on a rather long journey all the way from Dingland, and perhaps it is time to spend the evening here in Mythical Sausage's tavern/rest place. Isn't this place absolutely amazing? Hello, Eduardo. I guess the tavern area. This here is Maria Bunsworth, not Eduardo. Oh, that's my bad. How can I assist you, misadventurer? I desire rest and mead. Enter my tavern, but behave yourself as my guest, misadventurer. Rest and mead await you. Most wonderful indeed. Thank you, Maria Bunsworth. And Eduardo Witherwood over here offers mythical mead for 500 coins. I wonder what that does. I don't know, but I'm going to buy some of that. The signature beverage of the Emperor's Rest. Very nice. And what does Maria Bunsworth offer? Oh, a bunch of decorative things. Very nice. You know what? I will take one of these clocks. What a magnificent build by Mythical Sausage, and a great example of the wonderful things that we're going to be creating here on the Misadventures server. Decorative spruce tankard, don't mind if I do. And if we're ever in need of more tankards and clocks, which we definitely will be, we know exactly where to come to get them. Very cool. I am wondering whether this mythical mead is going to be able to help us in the Crypt Dungeon today. Hopefully it's some sort of a buff potion, which will be very helpful, because we've got a bunch of skeletons to kill in the dungeon today. And after a long and weary journey across the Misadventures server, here we are, face to face with the Crypt Dungeon. And a very helpful dungeon indeed, where we can not only get a bunch of levels, but we can also farm bones, because within this dungeon are a bunch of skeletons and a lot of other really cool and wonderful surprises, including the potential to buy shulker boxes. Although I just realized we need diamonds to buy shulker boxes, and I have brought no diamonds. So, yeah, be right back. Here are the diamonds that I require, 47 in total. This is a bunch of diamonds that I've been collecting on live stream in the resource world. So we've got some diamonds for shulker boxes. And yeah, I guess back to the Crypt Dungeon we go. All right, my peoples, dungeon time. Let's get this dastardly business done. And I've got a couple of backpacks over here, which I collected from the slime dungeon. Very cool. In these backpacks, I have some gear. I actually got a Smite 5 axe here, which is going to be excellent against the skeletons in this dungeon. Also, Molly's Bane has got looting 3 on it, so we probably want to use that if we want to farm a bunch of bones today. Although I've just realized we're going to need diamond blocks to buy shulker boxes, everyone. Oh my goodness, this is the most painful start to an episode ever. I am so sorry, everyone. We can't, of course, place blocks here in the wilderness, so we'll head back to the Emperor's Rest and hope that there is a thing in here. There is the crafting table. Okay, 5 diamond blocks we've got. Finally, we could get into the stinking dungeon. Oh my goodness. Martin has just logged in, and we don't have to be nervous about Martin, I don't think, although who knows. Our head is currently quite valuable, but yes, into the dungeon we go. All right, everyone, here we are, the Lost Crypt. You disturb the restless. A rather ominous message indeed, but lots of juicy loot to be acquired out of this place, including bones from the very many skeletons that are going to be spawning around us. And we got some thorns on our armor, which is great, although already taking some pretty serious damage. By the way, in the crypt, there are a whole bunch of tombs like this, which are related to some sort of mythical sausage YouTube Minecrafting thing that might have happened. A bunch of lore all over the place. Absolutely amazing. And I do believe there is a little bit of lore in this dungeon about me, too, which would be quite exciting to discover today. But yes, onwards we go, clearing out as many of the skeletons as we can, collecting as many bones as possible, picking up a bunch of the gold, and hopefully getting a few levels. And I do need to figure out exactly where we can purchase the shulker boxes from, because the last time I ran this dungeon, that was not an option. I think I was in here on the first day of the server being open, and maybe that's the last time I've been in here. Maybe I came in one more time at some point, but yeah, since then I've not had that much experience down here. I do wonder, though, do I not have a shield? I thought that I did. Yes, okay, let's get a shield going. That's probably going to help a lot, although damage down here from the skeletons, even with all this armor, is starting to do some serious work on my health points. All right, we'll get the axe out, dispatch with the smite, and it looks like I've cleared this very first room pretty quickly. Wow, this axe one-shots the skeleton, so that's a great way to get through the dungeon nice and fast. Might end up speedrunning this dungeon a few times today. That might be a little bit more of an efficient way to do this. But yeah, as you can see, the old sheriff tomb is over here, where the old sheriff lies. Those of you guys who know what the old sheriff is, I'm sure that is a delightful thing for you to see. I am starting to get a little bit lost now, if I'm completely honest. It goes deeper and deeper, and it's quite a maze down here. Although that looks like something rather curious indeed. The king? It is the Red King! Ah, yes, the king of the black oils. Here he lies deep within the crypt, while his hand is above ground, living a life beyond the black oils. or something. Yes, of course, a harp back to the Life series where the Red King had a whole bunch of fun with Martin the Hand. Good times indeed, and what a great thing to see. Thank you, Mythical Sausage, for immortalizing that here. That is a great honor to be a part of this really cool build. And I guess, is this me? Is this the king? The king, it says. I suppose it is the Red King. I've taken form as a statue. Oh, a glorious sight indeed, me hand. But yeah, is this where we get the shulker box things? Oh, this sells raw gold, apparently. Okay, very cool. And there's a bunch of other things that we could purchase here, like, oh, we can buy stuff from this. We can amethyst shards from this. Very cool. And that is a great new addition to this dungeon. We can get wheat from here also, from the goddess. Very cool. I suppose if we ever need like a bunch of packed mud, we know where to get a bunch of wheat. And there's redstone here from the Tinkerer. Interesting. And, well, there's gold from the king himself, which is most excellent. Now, I don't see any shulker boxes for sale around here, so I'm assuming that's in another part of the dungeon. So I guess further exploration is required. Aha, this might be what we are looking for, everyone. I've discovered a deep and dark and dank room in the Crypt Dungeon, and this asks to see if I am worthy. Worthy of what, you say? A block of diamonds would need to be sacrificed, and so shall it be, and thus breaks open the gate, giving us what? A pot? Good. Do we break this? Do we punch this? What did we get out of this? Anything? Nothing? Oh, do we have to break this maybe? Hold on, do we have to break this pot? Oh, we had to break the pot. Okay, it was a riddle within a riddle. And yes, indeed, there it is. A shulker box, which is super helpful and exactly what I wanted today. And very interesting indeed. You only get one per run, right? So for every shulker box that you want, you have to come and run the dungeon again, which is absolutely awesome. It's given the Crypt Dungeon an excellent reason to be rerun over and over again, not only for the collecting of bones, but for the collecting of shulker boxes too. And that is actually kind of awesome. Just got back to the first lobby. I think I've completely finished that wing now, and we'll head into this section. And this, of course, is an event room, I suppose, where we are completely overwhelmed by arachnids. And, well, luckily we've got all this armor plus Molly's Bane. We should be able to make quick work of these freaks. And I believe once we kill all the spiders, we will unlock the room. Yes, there we go. Very nice. And within the room is, well, a nice little diamond to replace the diamonds that we just spent on the shulker box. Another nice iron axe too, which I suppose we could combine with that one if we really wanted to. But yeah, very cool. Also, by the way, a great place to collect these sherds if we do want them. I think I've got quite a few of those already, so not too interested. But yes, we've broken into a new wing of the dungeon and many more discoveries to be made. Oh, and this is another one of the rooms. I believe this is like a boss skeleton or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think we got to kill this. And I think this is how we can get the mount too, right? If we actually attack the dog, I think it is how we get it. We get the canine killer reward, and we get this really snazzy helmet too. But I don't think we actually got the mount there. But yes, I think we have to kill that dog if we want to get the mount eventually. I think Sausage has got the mount already. Also, how does this open? That is a lot of gold in there. Is there like a lever or something we need to push? Or potentially there's another trigger to open that thing? Not 100% sure exactly how to do that. I guess this doesn't do anything. We can't break this. No, curious indeed. Wow, this crypt feels like it goes on forever. There are so many chambers and rooms to discover. Like this absolutely massive sarcophagus, which is the beloved dragon of the Crystal Cliffs. So cool. I wonder if there is anything in this room, perhaps a lever or a button that I've missed, but I think it's just like a really, really cool thing to what is obviously some really massive lore from perhaps Empires or another Mythical Sausage series. Really, really awesome to see that. So sweet. Although I am very lost right now. I have no idea where I am. I feel like I'm going in circles. trying to find the way out, or at least the next room to get to. I know we have to get to like another really big part of the dungeon where the Sheep Queen lives, I think. There's the ancient vampire tomb. And I feel like it might be in this direction. I don't think I've gone this way just yet. By the way, I wanted to sip on the mythical sausage potion because I have no idea what this does. Shall we have a sip of mythical mead and see what happens? Is this in fact... wait, we have nausea and slowness. Wait a minute. This is a terrible, terrible drink. Awful. Oh my goodness. Mythical mead? Do not recommend. Ah, yes. This is the Chamber of the Sheep Queen, I believe. And a whole bunch of more crypts here. With a bunch of more gold to collect and a bunch of skeletons to farm. And as I can remember it, the exit to the dungeon is over there. Currently closed, which means we still have another thing to accomplish, which I think is going to be the killing or discovery of the Sheep Queen. Or there's like a lever or something that we've got to flick. In fact, I think there might be a lever in one of these tombs that will end the dungeon for us, or at least open it up. As you can see by the timer, it's taken me quite a long time to find this lever. I've been around and around this crypt, killing the skeletons over and over again. The good news is, though, managed to get a stack of bone blocks and a whole bunch of loot, including a bunch of gold too, which is excellent. And, well, it's time to get the heck out of here. Armor is almost broken, and I have to use the warrior's helm at the moment because I almost lost my hat to the skeletons. But flicking that lever gets us out of the dungeon in one piece. We got what we came for, which is this shulker box. Very happy with that, and hopefully there are some more rewards for us here. We leveled up to level 7. Are we level 7 now? Yes, we did. Nice. We also dinged up to level 7, which is amazing. And we got a mending book. Actually amazing, because neither of my diamond pickaxes have mending yet. So all in all, a pretty decent raid of the Crypt Dungeon, if I do say so myself. And my dear friends, I will be doing more Crypt raids on a live stream. So please do come and join me on twitch.tv/RendogTV. I'll definitely come back and do 1 or 2 more of these every time we stream from the Misadventures server. So yeah, nice work, Mythical Sausage. An amazing, amazing dungeon. And we're going home with a bunch of stuff and also a bunch of rubbish that I'm just going to sort of leave here to despawn because, you know, it's fine. It's fine.
Hello, hello.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, hello. It's because I was muted because I'm a professional.
Ah, yes, we all are professionals here. Hang on, let me... oh, there we go.
Hi.
Hello. Have you always had a pink belt buckle?
I have, yes.
Oh.
It is, it's always been there.
Fun. I didn't realise that.
It is, in fact, a cybernetic drone which flies out and might be a camera.
Sorry?
Yes.
What? I was literally about to ask if there's lore behind it, thinking like probably no, but I should have guessed differently.
Of course there is. We have to like somehow justify using a free cam, right? So it's a drone cam that lives in the belt.
Ah, okay.
There you go. Anyway, welcome to what is going to be my new...
Where are we?
My new abode. Where there's Maryport over there. The reason I've chosen this location is because I need to see them coming, you see. They're all after me. I can smell the blood in their breath. They want my cranium. So I'm going to build like a... I can't
believe you don't trust your own cult. That's crazy.
Listen, when there's riches up for grabs, you can trust nobody.
Yeah, there's a lot of reputation, Molly reputation at stake here.
Yeah, exactly.
And who knows what other treasures Molly has available.
Oh, I might have to remove my own head just to discover these wonders. So yes, I'm gonna construct a tower over here, a Renpunzel's tower, if you will, and then they can come and try and get me. I'm so excited. I have all the resources ready. I've been in the resource. I'm ready to get building.
Is it like funky blocks, or is it like? Oh, this is 2.5k. Is that okay? Because it's added quite a bit of area.
The safety of my cranium has no price.
Okay, can't put a price on that.
Yes.
Right, got it.
I shall 2.5k. Let's make it happen.
Do you have a name in mind for it?
The Hounds Retreat.
Ooh, I like it. And then, did you want a little subtitle on it as well?
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Stay out.
I know. Beware the dog.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
Beware of the dog. Yeah.
The dog.
Yes, that's excellent.
That's good.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Got to intimidate them, you know. It's not like I'm going to be able to kill anyone, but at least they'll be intimidated when they arrive.
I think
here.
you'll find that this only goads them more into attempting to access the area.
True.
If there's another thing I've learned from this server, which is that people love a challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, you might be in trouble.
Do not poke the bear, I believe is the lesson that we're learning here. Okay. Boom. I have purchased the Hound's Retreat. Congratulations, me.
Congratulations, you.
Excellent. Oh, I'm so poor
I
again.
wish you many happy years of being alive in your retreat.
I shall let my hair down. You can climb up it in a few years.
How long is this going to take?
Well, I'm going to be up there for a while, I think.
Yeah, you're going to be kind of vulnerable while you're building. You better hope that nobody spills the beans about where you're relocating to.
I'm going to have to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning and get this thing knocked down before anyone logs in.
Yeah, that's true. We got some Australians on the server, though. You're never
true.
safe. You're never safe.
I'm never safe, no! Okay, well, I better get building then.
Yep, I'll leave you to it. Bye.
All right, bye. You know what's kind of curious, my fellow misadventurers? The first time I left Maryport via this exit, I felt there needed to be something over there in the skyline. It was just crying for some sort of a tower or a castle or something like that. And so, for the last couple of days, I've been hard at work on the server, constructing the Hound's Retreat. A fabulous tower of defensive nature in which we can hide / wait, did I say hide? I mean retreat from the server, who are all currently trying to get my head for Molly. And yeah, it's been a really fun build to work on. It's been quite a long time since I have done any sort of fantasy-style building in Minecraft, and here on the Misadventures server, I am very pleased to be able to be dabbling in this style of construction again, and it's turned out really nicely, I think. It kind of has like a wizard tower vibe to it. It's kind of whimsical, was the plan, and I wanted it to be like a little tower sitting on top of a spire of stone or something. And there still needs to be a lot of work done to this thing. I want to get like perhaps some sort of a spiral of leaves or vines going around the thing to make it even more magical looking. And of course, as you might have noticed, there is no actual way to get up there yet. Yeah, we need to make some sort of a staircase or something so that those who would like to come and try to get the hound's head from his body, they're welcome to. However, we're going to be putting up a bit of a fight up here, I think. It's going to be rather tricky to get to me all the way to the top. At the moment, it's basically such a pain in the butt that it's not even worth trying. We have to jump all the way up the side of the cliff, and there is no actual way to get in there. But once this is all set up over the next few weeks or so, it's going to be perfect. I chose this location in particular, overlooking Maryport, because of course this is the central point in which server members come from the west to the east. I think this is north facing. So yeah, anybody traveling from south to north has to pass through Maryport, and thus we shall have our eyeballs firmly upon them as they exit the capital city. I've also just noticed we've added to the whimsy out here. There's a magical hat on top of the clock tower here, and my building also has a bit of a magical hat on it too. So this area perhaps being overtaken by mages or something. Maybe that could be a part of the lore. But anyway, let's climb the ladder all the way up to the top, the Rapunzel ladder, I suppose. And there is still a bunch of work that needs to be done up here, of course. This is the very bare bones interior. And, well, you may have noticed I've got some more gold and some more levels, and that's because I went for another run in the crypts to get another shulker box. And, yeah, over the next couple of weeks or so on livestream, I'll be working to complete the Hound's Retreat build. But for now, I think I'm going to go and edit the episode, because it's been a long week here, lots of work, lots of grind, but Very pleased with the tower. I've even just heard from Scott on Discord that he came across the tower yesterday and didn't know what it was. And due to its close location to Maryport, he thought it might be a new RPG structure. Nay, it is a structure of the Hound, the retreat of the Hound, and the place where I shall be making my last stand as the members of this server attempt to come and claim my head for Molly. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks ahead of us, everyone. So yeah, buckle up and prepare for the Battle of the Hound, or the Hound's Head, incoming. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll smell you all in the next episode.